Academy, attention! 19-1, all present and accounted for.
Hoorah! 23 motivated, dedicated firefighters ready to serve!
Academy!
Yes, sir!
S.W.A.T.
FR
19-1, in this!
Together!
We train!
Together!
We graduate!
Together!
We learn!
Or leave!
All in!
All out!
Hoorah!
Hoorah! 19-1!
Hey everybody, welcome to week 16 of Fire Academy. It has been a busy end to the entire academy process, but the most exciting part is the 23 recruits that you've been following over the past 16 weeks. They have graduated, and I cannot wait to show you that ceremony. But before we get to that, I want to share the SWAT training that they went through right before they graduated. And this training is very important in our district because our crews have responded to multiple active shooter and mass casualty incidents. So we'll get to that training first and then to graduation after.
Hi, I'm Chris Wells. I'm a captain assigned to the training division. Today we worked on the basics of the active threat response. So again, it's that regional initiative where fire and EMS integrate in with law enforcement to quickly get into the victims of an active shooter, stop the shooter obviously with law enforcement, and then fire integrates in to basically extract those victims to awaiting ambulances so we can get them treatment as quickly as possible. We as fire and EMS are wearing ballistic plate carriers, so that's the vest that you see, and then we also have the ballistic helmet, eye protection and gloves. SWAT, and obviously the SWAT team's probably going to be later in the scene, but initially you're just going to have officers that come in with long rifles, pistols, whatever body armor they have, and now they're even being told to wear their ballistic helmet if possible. So we come in, we want to protect ourselves, but ultimately if we do get shot, we want to make sure that we position ourselves so that we're not going to take a round into an area that's not protected with a body armor or plate. We talked about everything from how to put the body armor on properly, how to conceal themselves and to provide cover for themselves, the movement piece. It's very important that they understand where bullets can go and where they can't go, and how to position ourselves in a place where we can be as safe as possible. And then we worked on some of the basics of command and control. So the person inside from law enforcement that's leading the charge inside the warm zone is the tactical supervisor. So we're showing how our first Duke company officer links up with them and becomes the rescue group supervisor. And then they manage all of the rescue task force teams that go beyond their perimeter so they can go into that warm zone and extract those patients. They also learned what the casualty collection point is, and that's a point behind the rescue group and tactical soup's position so that they can basically gather all those victims up, do some more treatment so that they can stop that initial bleeding, and then we can get those victims out via shuttle teams out to those awaiting ambulances. We had Arapahoe County SWAT, and we also had some of our own SWAT medics that were here as well. So we had 2 members that were here as SWAT medics that were operating with Arapahoe County, but it was really good to have our own people to help integrate in so that, again, we're working together, and it really makes things easy when we have somebody on law enforcement that also works for South Metro, so that when we're working together that we speak the same language, we understand the same terminology, and that ultimately when we're in here, we're one team working together. To have a recruit class come in and this is all that they know, we can really take that bar and raise that bar even higher, because now from day one they've been taught how to respond to these incidents and how to integrate with law enforcement, so they know no different, which makes it easier to explain some of these concepts. And once they do it, they get really good at it, and they'll be the next wave of people that are teaching our next classes how to respond to these types of incidents.
All right, now getting you back to graduation. The recruits did a little skit that I'll show you a snippet of to find out which shift they were on after academy. So here at South Metro Fire Rescue, we are broken up into A, B, and C shifts on a 48-96 schedule.
Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. I'd be inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. No, no, no. Spirit fingers. Woo!
I thought they sounded pretty good in that video. Graduation was held in the city of Lone Tree. Family and friends got to come and celebrate the dedication and hard work of all these recruits through the last 16 weeks of Fire Academy. So now after graduation, their next step is to begin as probationary firefighters.
To the recruits of Class 1901, your initial training complete, but your fire service education just beginning. The bell will now toll to signify that Class 1901 is in service, ready to respond. Make us proud.
I have some words of wisdom I'd like to pass along. I believe they are a few secrets of success, and some of them I read to every single recruit class. Be certain that the ladder of your success is perched up against the right wall. Always remember that all that is essential for the triumph of evil is for good men and women to do nothing. Never turn down matching contributions to a retirement plan. Prepare for the worst because it's coming. Example is not the main thing in persuading others. It is the only thing. Never miss the opportunity to encourage others, especially your coworkers, with your words, your smile, or a hug. Cherish your spouse, your children, and your families. Take time every day to find real and meaningful ways to demonstrate your love for them. Spouses and children of firefighters have an exceptionally demanding profession themselves. Everyone in this room wearing a badge appreciates the sacrifices our family members make supporting their loved ones in service to our community. I want to acknowledge all my brothers and sisters in the room and their loved ones who stand by them each and every day. In honoring your commitment to our firefighters, I realize that it's no substitute for the missed holidays, birthdays, Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas mornings, wrestling meets, gymnastics and volleyball tournaments, and the lost weekends while your loved one is on duty serving our community, or for the many times when they are with you physically but struggling mentally and emotionally because they see people on the worst days of their lives. Thank you for supporting our firefighters. And lastly, more than 100 years ago, the Fire Department of New York Fire Chief Edward F. Croker said, "I have no ambition in this world but one, and that is to be a firefighter. The position may in the eyes of some appear to be a lowly one, but we who know the work which the firefighter has to do believe that theirs is a noble calling." My commitment to the men and women who selflessly serve our community is to persevere, to always strive to earn your trust and respect, and to do my best to ensure that everyone goes home. In this regard, I'm also making a commitment to your families, your husbands and wives, sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters. In the same spirit that our men and women care for our citizens like family, I promise to care for each of you and your families. As you protect our community and care for our citizens and one another, I pray God will nourish and protect each of you and will always bring you home to your loved ones. Congratulations.
To support the Constitution of the United States of America.
To support the Constitution of the United States of America.
The state of Colorado.
The state of Colorado.
And to uphold the rules and regulations of South Metro Fire Rescue Authority.
And to uphold the rules and regulations of South Metro Fire Rescue Authority.
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent.
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent.
In the performance of the duties of firefighter.
In the performance of duties of firefighter.
To which I have been appointed.
To which I have been appointed.
Congratulations.